of many innocent people. Now, Nashville is the site of this horrific situation. Jaja see and know, as there has been 6 reported fatally shot, ladies and gentlemen, 3 being young children, and 3 being staff members of the school. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, the Nashville police in the United States have quickly revealed and released the surveillance video showing the shooter arriving at a private Christian school before unleashing a barrage of gunfire. Now, 6 people were left dead, 3 that included children, and 3 that were staffed, as I said, on Monday. The edited footage, the shooter, identified by the police as Audrey Hale, 28 years old, can be seen driving a Honda Fit to the location. Is a convent school, Burton Hill Boulevard area, and it shows her about 10 a.m. The Nashville Police Department said that in a statement accompanying the video released on Monday. Around 10 minutes later, the surveillance footage from the inside the school captured the glass in a set of doors shattering before the shooter, wearing a vest, camouflage pants, a red baseball cap, turned their back and climbed through the hole that was made to the door frame. A rifle can be seen slung over one of the shoulder in the video, which runs just over 2 minutes long and has no audio. The shooter can be seen entering different rooms, walking past the children's ministry door with seconds to spare after they raise the rifle and start blazing at the people. In the video, lighted, possibly fire alarm lights kept appearing. Metropolitan Nashville Police Chief John Drake said, in addition to surveillance video, the department would soon be releasing body cam video from the officers who encountered the shooter. 39-year-old student identified by authorities of Evelyn Deekhart, Hale Scourge, and William Kinney. The 3 adult, Cynthia Peake, 61-year-old, Catherine Coons, 60, and Mike Hill, 61-year-old, was killed. Coons was convent head of the school, and Hill was a custodian. The shooter, whose police has said was a former student at the school, was fatally shot by officers not long after they arrived on the scene. Police said they first received a call about 10:13 a.m. local time, which is 11:13 Eastern time. The police department responded with a SWAT team, and it was swift and precise. Spokesman Don Aaron told reporters nothing could have stopped this shooter, and noted that 10:27 a.m. the shooter was deceased. So they responded at 10:13, and by 10:27 they got the shooter. Officers had a head shot coming from the second level and immediately went to the gunfire. They heard shots coming from it and went to the gunfire. He said when officers got to the second level, they saw the shooter, who was firing and shooting, was fatally shot, he said. And total of 5 police officers came up on the shooter and 2 opened fire. Police had said the shooter was a transgender, with Drake saying, "We are still in the initial investigation into all of that, and if it actually plays a role into the incident." They, of course, are going to say no. There's some belief that there were some resentment for having to go to that school, Drake told the local news and other international news reporters. the shooter might have targeted the school, but Drake did not say whether the police believe any specific people were being targeted. The former student is alleged to have left behind a written manifesto located by federal investigation. Now, families and friends, I have another story, but I want to talk about this and I want to show some of the, footage. I just wanted to read out what they were saying going on in the United States. It's supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave. But I come to the conclusion this place is the land of the freaks and the home of the slaves. Where people, the heathens, rage. Where people like these are used for a specific purpose. You see, America is a place where it's run by a constitution, it's a republic, but the people are fooled that it's a democracy. A republic is ruled by one constitution. Under the Second Amendment, I was just having a talk. In the United States, you have the right to bear arms. And since Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, has two agendas. One of the agenda is to bring in gun control in the United States. You see, the Second Amendment is in the United States. So if the government becomes tyrannical, communistic dictatorship is commonplace, then the people are the largest population, meaning that the people is the largest army, and they can put the government in their place rightfully, meaning that there should be a republic, one law, one constitution. And every time I notice in the news there's a policy that needs to be done, it always happens. When Joe Biden and Kamala Harris took the White House, they wanted to pass homosexual laws and they wanted to pass Asian American protection laws. So for some reason, those people started getting murdered by gunfire. And laws were passed. No more attacks. Nothing is going on. I'm not saying it's a psyop, but for some reason, this person, transgender, although might be accidental because they want protection, what's going on worldwide is a lot of mental health issue, and governments are not looking into fixing these problems. Jamaica have a whole bunch of sociopaths and psychopaths. It's been researched. Over in America, there's a whole bunch of mental health issues, but the government don't want to fix it because they want to use it to cripple the strength of the people by remove legal weapons from people who are supposed to have a check and a balance for the United States government. I mean, I talk about America because as America catches a cold, the rest of the world catches a flu or COVID. So if you don't understand the implications as a person living in the US of A, you have the right under the Second Amendment to bear arms. But because certain tyrannic rulership and certain people with certain mindset want to remove certain weapons from the people them so they cannot remove them from power when they become tyrants. That's what's going on. It's ironic that this person have on a red cap, insinuating they are Republicans, insinuating they have ties to the mega movement in the United States. So I want you to open up your eyes and watch this video. Notice no resistance with the entrance of this so-called, shooter. Now, if people would stop sitting on their ears and their hand and provide proper security to schools worldwide, not just in the United States, but Jamaica, worldwide, then the location where these criminals are picking to go commit these heinous crimes against innocent, unarmed children and teachers would change. But there is a mindset of disarming the world population, especially amongst the United States Democrats, when they're the one dropping all the bombs, firing the biggest guns in wars in Ukraine against Russia, Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, all over the world. So what is being implemented, especially in the United States, citizens are being disarmed, controlled like it has been done in the UK, Singapore, China, and that's what's going on. They're using these isolated situations, home and abroad, especially abroad, because it's America that sets the precedents. It's America that dictates to the Western world what to do. See them all the way over in the Eastern world telling Russia what to do with their neighbor. So I want the people them, especially abroad in the United States, to open up them eyes and realize that there are psychological operations that are being done. You are going to see. This is one of the number one rules of the Hegelian dialectics. The Hegelian dialectics says out of chaos comes control. You see, once you create chaos, then you can control people because it opens up the cerebral cortex and allow you to be manipulated psychologically. So that's why they use certain entity that's divinity, connected to divinity, like gotta come in a 2000 ideology to have people quivering in their boots so they could now manipulate them. In the last 4 or 5 years, there have been a behavior modification going on purposefully through the FBI, CIA, and the PSYOPs of the world. And a lot of little boys and girls will not know this because them parents don't know this. Their parents, especially if they're melanated, are in bed with the feds. Y'all gonna imagine the people them that's looking freeness are defending their colonial captors. Imagine that. So I'm going to talk about the Nashville massacre. It's an unfortunate situation occurred in the United States. Now, I want to break to another topic also, and it has to do with the schools. Here you have a totally different situation. Because I'm showing you how America run for them school, You can just show up of an American school, push the door open, go inside, find the teacher or the look a helpless custodian at the front where to give you information, and the helpless teacher them, and the government won't fix it. So what they want to do is they want the good to suffer for the bad. They want to remove everybody's weapon. We can put a lot of rounds down range. You can think? Because criminals are always going to have illegal rounds, guns. Criminals going to always have illegal weapons and illegal rounds. That's what made them criminal. No criminal now going to be able to get no license. And not because you're not a criminal no means that you won't do this. But guess what? There are mass shootings in most black neighborhoods every day of the week. Worldwide. Nobody now talk about that. So what they're trying to do now is trying to diminish the fact that the mental health and the security apparatus that is in place is chaotic or not sufficient or inadequate. So what they want to do, they want to remove all the weapons for everybody, even the people them that uses it to hunt, even the people them that uses it to put range down road if somebody's coming in with a big weapon too. But one of the main reason why this amendment, the Second Amendment is in, is to prevent a government from telling you you can't leave your house, tell you where you can go, what you could say, deleting you off the internet, to prevent the government, especially Eurocentric government, from being tyrants. So the tyrants are going to want to remove the stumbling block out of their way that prevent them from being a communist tyrant. I was reading with a brethren yesterday, and he was saying that, in Jamaica and different places, you can break down doors. I'm going to tell you right now, I passed through America, and this is America. That's Jamaica. That's China. There are different rules. So a lot of people that defend Master's plan don't know the rules and laws that were put in to prevent Master from taking egregious advantage of regular people, people that are weak, black people. Black people don't have any weapons, no rounds. So as black people champion and cheer these things, the ideology of homosexuality and transgenderism, and removing all the weapons from the street, they too become more vulnerable than Europeans. And that is the whole ideology. So whenever they are put in certain psychological, financial, physical, mental slavery that they realize, because they're already in that, they won't be able to rebel. All them have to do is take it. And right now, in this world, ladies don't want to take it. Ladies is giving it. Here's a lady right here, Audrey. She just went into a Christian school and took out 6. And they're going to downplay it as if there was a security, a person with a weapon on board, because I know they could hire 2 security for the week. One person here that's trained, that's willing, if she had fire coming back at her when she shut out those glass doors, nobody would have died but her. Because I guarantee, I don't care what kind of weapon they have. You get a trained person, and they have their, and this and that. The trained person will have used a smaller weapon and take out these people. Why there is no doubt in my mind that this is a psyop. That this person right here, look how she walk. Look how she acts. She have 2 weapons around her. You've been trained. Something is not lining up. But let me get on with the next. I'm going to get on with the next clip that I want to talk about. Because this is a totally different clip. You understand? This is a totally different clip.